Good afternoon, and welcome to the beautiful campus here at Texas Christian University, where your Horned Frogs will be up against the Razorbacks from Arkansas University. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Heckma Harrison, joined by my trusted colleague Jim Dixon. Jim, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to another fantastic game on production for both teams today.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And we're in a unique situation where there's no home team cooking today. Both of these teams are our clients, and so we're pulling for them both. So
neutrality.
Neutrality is the key. And so for Arkansas, for the Razorbacks, coming off of a loss last week versus SMU, these guys are definitely going to want to get back on track and get into the win column. And for TCU, they had an opportunity to go out to Florida. They split games, and you had an opportunity to speak with Coach Purcell about that.
I sure did, and that was a road trip that they had planned. They played Western Michigan and dispatched the Broncos on Friday night, and then they drew Florida State. They kind of gave up the egg there,
mm-hmm.
and then just really frankly ran out the clock, ran short of clock against Auburn on Sunday, and those Auburn and Florida State turned around and split the day before. So it was a good showing against some prominent national talent.
Now, that Auburn game did not come without controversy. You spoke with Coach Purcell about some of the shenanigans that happened in that game.
Exactly. They had some crease violation calls on a goal with a quick whistle. It's like anything else. It's whose ox is getting gored, and you always want to have a clean game and hope the officials cooperate. And sometimes that doesn't happen. In that case, that may have been the case.
Now, we talked about some guys for TCU that are quietly having a pretty good season so far. I think you mentioned, I believe it was number 8.
Kyle Cartwright, yeah. He had a couple of goals in the road trip games, and his games against Texas Tech had a couple of look-away rollers, and it was fantastic. The principals have mitted up, and they're heading to their respective creases. We're going to have Brody Cummings in goal, and as always, we'll have Max Christian, a local talent, in goal for Arkansas.
Yeah, Max Christensen is a kid from Flower Mound, Texas. Sure, he has family members here to watch him in action.
Yeah, all these kids are keyed up today because they're getting to come home to Texas and play, and they're getting to play in front of their talent or their folks and family, and show their talent.
Oh, wow.
Arkansas is going to take possession. I don't know what happened on this one, but
yeah, it's pretty unique.
Yeah, we didn't have a face-off, so I don't know what the problem was. I saw no official indication. Arkansas is going to spin it around, look for a channel. They're going to work back through X.
It's Creed Simonson back over the number 50, and a stop by
Brody Cummings.
By Brody Cummings, just getting it clear out for the Horned Frogs.
Chase Anderson with the ball.
And looks like we have a offsides.
We have it looked like an offside penalty there. Andrew Miller on the goal.
Right away, looks like aggressive play. Came right up the alley and just shot it from the to the pipes.
That is execution of a game plan. These kids are in the middle of midterms and haven't been focused on a lot of lacrosse. When you attend either one of these two schools, you're probably more focused on your education than lacrosse.
And the FOGO for the Horned Frogs is going to be number 16, Spencer Ham.
Yeah.
And for TCU, our usual suspect, Dan Doyle.
Dan Doyle. Looks like Dan's got the clamp. He had a pull through to his wing. They're going to kick it around before they have possession. Ball's out. TCU ball. Lundy will take it in the back. The whole thing of going, hockey and lacrosse are the two sports where you can play behind the goal, and anytime you get into the defense looking in their ear hole, you're gonna have an advantage. So it's better to utilize the entire field than just to attack the face of the goal.
TCU is obviously getting their possession set up, offensive zone set up here.
Trey Malla with the ball there. Trey's also had a strong season.
Wow. What a shot by number 33, Andy Miller.
Andrew Miller popped the rock in their top shelf.
What a laser. He came right down the alley. He had his mind made up from the beginning. That's what he was going to do.
For sure. They're obviously seeing what they want to do.
Now with 13:23 left in the first quarter, the Horned Frogs are up 2-0.
You got Spencer Hammond here on the face-off.
He scooped that thing right out there,
that
didn't he?
wouldn't look easy. Joe Boyce with possession. LSM face-off duty. You run it down into the restraining area, and then run off.
Yeah, both teams making substitutions.
Yeah, they're looking to get their matchups and set their offense. Spencer Vera back up. Justin Cozy over. Nicholas Perino's checked into the game there, playing very physical.
Back to the same play.
Yeah.
Same as before.
Yeah, good stop there.
First save.
Get a clean clear here. Jack Baldwin with the shot. That's one Brody Cummings would probably like to have back. He had a clear slot on him. He got leverage on the defender and took it in down that lane.
Now Jack Baldwin is a local kid here from Highland Park. Freshman.
Yeah. So he has some meaningful state playoff history.
Oh, absolutely.
Dan Doyle in here on the drop. They'll get him settled in here, and we'll be off. Dan Doyle made that one look
sure
easy.
Did. Scooped it right out of there. Spencer Ham showing him a little love with the stick.
TCU's ball on a procedure call. Spencer Vera back out on edge, up on top to Chase Anderson.
Good defense by the Horned Frogs.
With the shot.
Number 21, Cole Turner.
Yeah.
Being stout over there on the GLE.
See if we can get a clean possession here.
Oh.
Andrew Miller in with the ground ball. Miller possession back up to Chase Anderson. They're going to get Trey Malla in here. He's played prominent in most of the offensive attack zone most of the season. Let's see what they're going to do with him.
Good save by Max Christensen right in the net.
That was a hip shot that typically you can sneak by, and Max Christensen did wonderful work with that.
Number 1, Tate Thornley coming up the alley. Passes off to number 28, Trent Overton.
Zach Carter back with possession.
Michael Fogarty playing really good defense for the Horned Frogs. Being very aggressive.
That was good play. They're going to call possession or procedure on that. Logan Reeder with the ball. Oh.
That's Noah Threlkeld with the shot.
That was
over the shoulder.
Yeah, that was behind the back over the shoulder. They like to practice those. Back up top, Zach Carter.
TCU playing some pretty good defense down there.
They are. They've played solid all season.
Yeah.
Okay, that was scored a shot. That's one of those shot pass deals. Technically, it went over the face of the goal, so it's a shot, but it was really a pass. Threlkeld shot errantly over the top there. That was he had leverage on his player. If he could have got down on that, that would have ripped the top of the net.
Yes, it would have. That was a missile.
Trent Overton with possession. Back over to Zach Carter. They're going to run it back down through X. They're going to look for leverage here.
Now, I see the Razorbacks, when they're running that play, they converge down in the crease as soon as they get up that alley.
Right. And they're looking for leverage on the goal when they come back on the goal, so they can do a spin dodge and have an open lane to run in on the side. Trey Malla with possession.
I'm going to put a word into Miss Dixon about coffee and bagel next week. It's all right.
You got to place your order early at my house.
I didn't know we had Uber Eats delivery out at this beautiful campus. Chase Anderson just running all around the alley back through X. Passes out to Nicholas Perino, and he loses it. Good ground ball pickup by number 19, Tyler Leash.
You hate to see that. He had a good possession. They had numbers.
Noah Threlkeld was standing right at the crease.
Yep.
But couldn't get a hold on it.
Frog possession on that pass. Jack Martin with possession. They're looking to get the right matchup here. Chase Anderson with the ball. Getting the business.
Oh, getting shown a lot of love by number 11, Ethan Akar.
Back down with Spencer Vera. They ran through that screen pretty well. That was set a little early, but at least they're using their off man.
Mm-hmm. Looks like they're setting up their offense.
Good stop. Wow. See if Arkansas can get a clean save here. Montague on the turnover. He scrambled after that ground ball, raked that back in. Dan Fogarty playing excellent defense. Nolan Shipley back up top to Grant Hoagland.
Now you see Jack Waller trying to keep him out of the crease over there.
He's trying to keep him from getting leverage on him,
okay.
And he's doing a good job about staying balanced. Because he gets him up top, and then he's waiting for that roll dodge, and he's not giving him the leverage on it.
That's pretty easy. Ethan Hall, no, excuse me, Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith on that. They're planting Threlkel right off the crease up top, and he's clearing it off or distracting, and obviously he's upset about something because he just ditched his gloves. But I think they're trying to get those short goals in with Threlkel. John Bush they're just kicking it around till they get possession.
Uh-oh.
Still loose. That's going to be Arkansas ball. Spencer Ham in with the ball. Now, he's out of Austin. They have a number of Vandergrift kids on this squad.
Mm-hmm.
The Vipers are well represented.
Jack Baldwin over to Crosby Gassaway. Gassaway is up the alley, takes a shot right into the net of number 6, Brody Commons.
See if Brody can get a clean clear here. They're going to walk it up. He's still got his wings. Nicholas Petrino is hustling around looking. Now he's going to take some. Oh, got clean. We got an offside call on Tate Thornley.
Thornley says, no way.
Frogs will maintain possession.
Hadn't had a ton of violations in this game.
No.
Up to this point.
No, it's been fairly clean.
Yeah, both teams knotted up with 4:17 to play in the first quarter. What a shot.
Yeah, Fogarty on a good shot.
Oh, what a shot. That's number 33.
Yeah, that's Andrew Miller coming across the top. That's one of those saves you want back. He didn't corral it, and just really unfortunately extended possession. But
that's exactly well, not in those words, but I was gonna say Max gets down on a knee to try and make the save. The ball bounces out. Next thing you know, he has a ball whizzing over top of his head.
Yeah, that's tough. He sold out on that low ball, and if he could have corralled that would have been a great save. And unfortunately, it just rebounded out and extended the possession.
Back at the face-off,
yeah.
Somebody's getting a little jumpy here.
Spencer Ham jumped, and Frogs will maintain possession. Austin Whitting in with the ball.
Three minutes and 49 seconds in the first quarter, and Horned Frogs are up 3-2.
Chase Anderson's going to run it back down through X. Let's see if they can open things up.
Ooh, he is getting whacked at by number 11, Ethan Akar, with the poke check.
Whitting back with the ball. He's drawing the double. He pulled the slide, and they recovered and shut down that middle. He didn't have any place to dump it to.
It looked like Carson Whitting had an open shot. He cocked it, but he didn't go for it.
We have a crease violation. Horned Frogs. I didn't know who was in the crease, but I think they were looking for a dump on that and looking for a short shot and didn't draw it. Ended up in the middle of the crease. Nolan Shipley back up top.
Trent Overton in. Back down through X, out to number 23. Trent Overton, he cocked it, he thought about it, and he brought it right back.
He sure did. See how Logan Reedy's setting up at the top of the crease?
Yeah. That's a good save there by Brody Cummins. I tell you, both of these teams are being really aggressive. They're going at it immediately.
Yeah,
Chase
for sure.
Anderson.
Kyle Smith shot the stink eye over at the ref.
He thought,
I don't know what he was looking for. That is the one team that's not the home team today, is the refs.
yeah,
Those are the guys we can dogpile because we got to support both the Frogs and the Razorbacks here. Lundy was nice shot.
Hey,
Lundy was
bouncer.
looking for leverage on that and didn't get it, and that was good defense by the Razorbacks, and he dumped that pass off.
and that's JT Schreiber. Good shot. We get some, got some new names, guys. That little trip to Florida did them pretty well. I mean, we're usually waiting on Trey Mala and Chase Anderson, but we got some other names getting involved today.
I think what you're seeing is that a lot of these younger players are earning their spurs, and Coach Purcell's doling out some trust that these kids have well earned, and they're getting the opportunities and they're taking advantage of it.
Good GB by number 19, but bad pass.
See if we can get a clean clear here. Brody Cummings going to walk it down. They're not pressing him. They're shutting down the middle of the field, trying to stop a quick transition.
Holy moly!
And the shenanigans ensue.
Oh,
Brody Cummings with the shot.
Wow, that's exciting. It takes a goal to goal, baby. Trey Mala, good save by Max Christensen.
Brody Cummings getting some love from the hometown faithful here.
That's pretty exciting. He said, well, I guess if you're not going to stop me, I'm going to go all the way, huh? Cole Watson tried to make a pass over there.
Yeah, frog ball.
And those cross the zone passes, boy. They obviously see something because Cole Watson, that's the second time that he's attempted that.
Well, they obviously feel like they had them unbalanced on the slide.
And that's the end of the first quarter where the TCU Horned Frogs are up 4-2 over the Arkansas Razorbacks. And I tell you, this pretty evenly matched first quarter there. I mean, although the Horned Frogs are up for 4-2, both teams played very aggressively on defense.
They both had a plan on defense, and they've executed that. The offensive miscues or the defensive miscues are just good plays, and you're not going to get all those. Both goalies are getting solid saves, and transitioning the ball down. You had a couple little kick arounds in the middle of the field in transition, but other than that, it's been a solid first quarter.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, well, we were alluding to earlier, on offense, the Arkansas Razorbacks have had their opportunities. Cole Watson's been very aggressive. Also, number 10, Noah Threlkeld, he's had a few attempts that just didn't hit the mark. I mean, he was right there close, and he does the over the shoulder behind the back. If he squares that up and just comes right down the crease, that's pretty going to be a score. That's a one-on-one, as you always talk about. Those matchups are really hard for the goalie.
Yeah, that's the matchups that they're looking for. They're planting the big body there in the middle, and they're drawing they're holding that slide back where they can't come out on the perimeter, and it's closing those lanes. They're going to obviously have to come up top and try and get leverage against the goal line, and see if they can open things up that way.
All right, we're getting ready to get the second quarter started.
Dan Doyle in for the face-off, and I believe he's facing Spencer Ham as well. Get these two cuddled up and see what we got here. Possession on Arkansas's side, and they're going to continue to get their substitutions in there, get the matchups they want. Grant Hoagland up top with the ball. Over to Creedy Simonton. Threlkeld was back in there with the goal that we were talking about, or the attempted shot we were talking about.
Yeah, if he can ever get a handle on that, he's got to score.
Trey Mahler with a good ground ball over to Kyle Walderton.
Kyle passes out to Chase Anderson.
They're gonna set this back up. Fogarty's gonna set it back up, and they're gonna try and work the offensive zone again.
Andy Miller being aggressive.
Fogarty with a shot and ground ball. Frogs maintain possession. Whittington will bring it in. He had leverage on him. He was looking for a good dodge, and that pole got underneath him and forced that shot up.
Yeah, Hayden Lundy, it looked like a good shot, but it just went a little high.
Mahler with a good move.
Whoa, what a shot by Trey Mahler. That was right over the shoulder of Max Christensen. My goodness.
That was handy.
Whoa. Hey, Jim, I'll tell you, man, I don't always order queso, but when I do, it's top cheddar, sir. You like that?
I like that.
That's
one.
from learning the game a little bit,
that
man.
One.
Huh?
I like that. That was handy. He had one dodge, and he went in and just opened up on that lane and planted that thing right over the shoulder of Max Christensen.
Horned Frog showing a little bit of offensive power now. It's a good pickup by number 29 for the Horned Frogs.
Justin Cozy took that all the way in, and that snuck in.
Yes, it did. You see that? Wow. He goes right to the hole. I said right to the hole, right to the cage.
Yeah, he took it right to the cage, and that Christensen had a handle on it, and it just snuck in behind him. And when you're a keeper, that just happens. I think it kind of helped. He threw a changeup at him. He was kind of expecting a little bit more of a oomph on that shot, and it just hung around at his feet, unfortunately.
12:54 in the second quarter. And TCU's up 6-2 over the Razorbacks.
We're still scrumming around. TCU possession. Joe Boyce comes in with that ground ball pickup.
Horned Frogs trying to increase the defense.
Razorback ball.
Did you see what the call was on that?
I did not. Zach Carter's in with the ball here. He's going to take possession. They're going to switch things up a little bit. Jack Baldwin up top, Highland Park product there.
Razorbacks needing to steal some momentum here.
Yeah. Yeah, these local kids or Texas kids are really enjoying playing here. Their family comes out and they get a lot of support that on the road that you don't typically get.
All right,
we got a timeout.
Absolutely. And now the faithful stick check.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Jim.
The equipment check. We always got to check the equipment. Well, basically, here's the deal. These guys, they got to have something to do.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'd sit around and talk about eating an In-N-Out burger or whatever.
They're checking the basket.
So they're going to check. So they're going to check sticks. I mean, typically you don't see anything go awry unless it's early in the season and
right.
guys are working with new equipment or whatever. Once you played a couple of games, the equipment's pretty settled. But you never know, because if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
There it is. I would love to say that you coined the term, but that came from somewhere I know.
I did not. I steal everything.
Okay. I tell you, we got a lot of parents and alumni and for these kids out here. I tell you, Arkansas, the Razorback contingent did show up.
They did. The coronavirus is not keeping them at home.
No. Not at all. Are you doing the handshakes these days, or are you doing the foot shake? Which is it? What do you?
Fist bumping. I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I'm not afraid. If you saw the filth that happens in my house, my immunity system is huge.
You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
I'm good. I'm covered.
You've been exposed already.
I have. If you see, I've just kicked out an 18-year-old into college, and I got a 14-year-old daughter. The amount of stuff that goes on in my house, you can't imagine. Oh, that was a handy steal.
Yeah, he was. He got right in that passing lane and intercepted that number 16 for the Horned Frogs.
And we'll get a clean clear here. Harry Larson bringing it up.
All right, Andy Miller just getting set up here. Doyle over to Chase Anderson.
Gonna run it back down through X. See if they can spin that defense around a little bit. Trey Malo with possession over on the wing.
Oh, that's good defense.
That was solid. Ow. Cole Turner with a ground ball there. That was quite timely.
And that was all started by Jack Baldwin's defense.
Sure was. They're going to take a shot
on
here.
Time, Jack Baldwin.
Nice stop.
Off the legs of Brody Cummins. Things getting a little rough down there.
Fogarty in with the ball. Oh my!
Where
goodness.
he goes. That's the guy, man. Trey Mala.
Mala.
That's the second time that he's done that.
That was delicious. I don't know if he's pre-med, but that was surgical.
That was it. My goodness. And he's done that twice from the same spot. I guess we should call that the Trey Mala spot or the sweet spot.
Exactly.
Which one do you want to go with?
It's like anything else. These kids find a spot that they like, and they'll do what they can to get their defender where they want him, and they'll take that shot, and they work for that shot, but they have great confidence in that area that they're gonna go from. Tommy Riddell checking in here from Thousand Oaks, California, getting some love from some folks. Tommy's got possession here. He's going to look for an outlet. Martin in with possession. Back up top, Spencer Vera. Over to Justin Cozy. Cozy beat his man on a dodge. He's going to pick up another defender, create an opening.
Perino was going to go for it and got it knocked off his head.
He sure did. Chase Anderson will bring it in here on possession. Good
save.
Stop. We had a crease violation. That's still a good stop. Max Christensen on that. He stood his ground, didn't take the fake, and ended up with that thing in there, but there was a crease violation. Frog possession. See if they can get a clean clear.
Razorbacks getting a little sloppy with the passes.
TCU timeout.
Yeah, Coach Purcell wants to set up a play here with 8:39 in the second quarter. Horned Frogs are up 7-2. To start that second quarter, they must have saw something, because I tell you, they start shooting from everywhere on the field.
Yeah, I think they're looking to slow it down and kind of run what they planned on. That's the thing with lacrosse. It can turn into a fast break game very quick, and possessions get drawn down, and next thing you know, you're just trading goals or trading shots. And
now, a couple of those offensive possessions, you saw passes from Spencer Vera across the defensive zone to a guy just standing there at the crease. And then also they go outside to Trey Mahler. We talked about the Trey Mahler sweet spot right there from about 20 yards away.
Yeah, and Heckman, like I said, these kids, they get not in habits, but they find things that are successful, and they look for them. I just noticed something. We have not had shot clock difficulty not once today.
Don't jinx it, Jim.
Well, I noticed something else.
What's that?
We don't even have a shot clock.
There you go.
They are just not even playing along. Rules be darned. We are not even going to play along.
Well, I'm sure they're keeping it on the field. You're right. We had those chairs out here early, and they told them we had to move them.
Yeah.
Originally, that's where they were going to have the shot clock, but nope. Guess they figured that's how you fix it. We just won't have it.
Just don't have it. Just walk away from it.
Seemed like we had a shot clock problem every week. So,
it's not the teams. The teams got it down. It's the guys on the table. It's the guys working it that seem to have difficulty with it. I think the matchup he was looking for, as far as Coach Parcells, it seems like he subbed some of his snipers back in. He's looking to draw a goal here. Trey Mahler getting the business there.
That's from Grant Hoagland.
Yeah. And he's been solid on defense today for a shorty. Trey Mahler back up with possession.
Good move by Mahler.
Good stop.
Yeah.
Andrew Miller got a roll on the dodge and unloaded that thing and down a lane, and Max Christensen stood his ground. A good stop. See if the Razorbacks can get a clean clear here. We got a push on TCU. Razorbacks with the ball. Logan Reedy will come up here and take the initiative. Creedy Symington back through X.
Cole Watson had a shot.
He did. He unloaded that thing. He had some leverage on it. Wow. Another one. Nice stop. Nice stop. Got a rebound. He took that off his chest.
Well, he did.
And it was a good save, and you hate to give it up.
He's obviously got some padding under that because, boy, that was.
Oh, he does, but he'll feel that in church tomorrow.
Woo-wee.
He'll sit down gingerly.
That thing was a thumper.
Yeah. Well, that has a lot of velocity behind it. That kid just unloads it. I was watching him warm up, and he plants and unloads, and it's got to be coming in, 90 to 110.
Now with 6:59 in the second quarter, Horned Frogs are up 7-3. Getting a little jumpy.
Frogs jump. Spencer Ham with the possession. He's going to hand that off to Nolan Shipley. Shipley has leverage on his man. Razorbacks back through X. They're looking for leverage in a lane. We just go back up top to Nolan Shipley and kind of start all over again. Back over to Logan Reedy.
Reedy with the bouncer.
Exactly, old school.
Now 6:22 in the second quarter. The Razorbacks are getting a little momentum here. That's 2 in a row for these guys in probably a minute.
Yeah, and it comes fast. Now Reedy turned the corner. He drew the slide. He had 2 guys on him, and he just kept powering, and had a non-leverage shot over his head. Just went in, went on through Brody Cummings' feet and bounced in. That was hard fought.
Dan Doyle making it look easy.
Exactly.
Ooh, what a shot.
Frogs made. Oh.
Dan Doyle telling them about it.
They will assess the penalty. They should have continued play, but it was a stick check up to the head, and referees are always going to err on the side of caution on that.
That's Grant Hoagland going to be sitting out for a minute.
Yeah, he's going to draw a 2-minute unreleased.
2 minute.
Yeah.
Razorbacks are a man up. Man down.
Exactly.
Don't blow away, Jim.
No. I thought Heckman, we're going to have some outstanding weather today, and it didn't work out again.
Doherty, Chase Anderson playing 2-man ball.
Shot there. Frogs maintain possession. Chase Anderson.
Oh, wow. What a shot by Chase Anderson.
He found that lane and he just crow hopped in.
Mike, right between the legs of Max Christensen.
Hoagland didn't quite understand the unreleasable there, so he's still sitting. Frogs will go to another face-off. Frogs will still remain man up.
.546 in the second quarter, and the Razorbacks, the Horned Frogs are up 8-4. Back down at the X.
Let's see what we got here.
Spencer Ham called a holding.
Yeah, it was restraining.
Reedy
nice
into the net of Brody Cummings. Good save by Brody.
With a nice save. He saw that all the way off the stick.
Looks like we're getting the right guys for the right job, as you say, Jim.
Exactly.
Told you I've been listening to you all week, man.
There's a special spot in heaven for you. My wife doesn't even listen to me. Not even 1/10 of the week.
Chase Anderson makes a move back down through X, brings it back up the alley.
He did have leverage on him, and he was trying to spin back. You can never make a mistake being aggressive.
Oh wow! They ran that play to perfection.
He just got it off the top of his stick there, and Frog maintained possession.
Good
Frog's
defense
turnover,
by the Razorbacks.
Yeah. They doubled the ball on that and forced that turnover. They're going to see if they can get a mismatch on the transition. We're about to go full strength here.
That's Kyle Smith over to number 36, Jack Baldwin. Baldwin back top.
Back over to Hogland.
Yep, Hogland down the alley. He made a pass, but an errant pass goes out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Horned Frogs.
Trey Mahler run it in here. He was looking for something. We had the defense a little off balance.
Mm-hmm. Good move by Trey Mahler. Razorbacks are definitely pressing a lot more on defense.
They are. Chase Anderson's back up top. It looked like they're gonna reset with personnel changes, and they're gonna.
Ethan Nakar is showing a little love with his stick over there to Chase Anderson.
Back up to Oakland. I guess Auckland. One's in California, one's in New Zealand.
There you go.
That's the difference.
Big difference. Woo-wee. That was a little high, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and they drew the penalty there. They're going to set him down again.
I think Grant Hogland likes it over there.
He sure does. He's a stalwart defensive player. He moves his feet. I don't think that was Hogland. That was Ryan Phillips going to take that.
I just saw two. My bad, Hogland family. Chase Anderson back down through X.
Frogs will be back to their man up here, and they'll pick their shot here.
Whoa, what
oh my goodness.
I mean to tell you, man, this kid Trey Mahler is on fire right now.
Well, he got it where he wanted it, and he put it in the back of the net.
You know, in basketball, they call it pump faking, but they're doing a bunch of cocking that stick back like they're about to shoot it, and they pass it out. They did that about 4 times.
That's what you want to do. You want to draw the defender in, and you fake the pass or you fake a shot, And that's one of the things that a lot of these kids are just masterful with is a lot of the stick work that they have and stick skills that they exhibit, and they can draw a defender away, and that gives them enough space to do something, and you saw it right there.
We're back at the X.
That looks like Harry Larson in.
Yep, and Spencer Ham. Larson comes away with it.
That was Waldron.
Waldron, okay.
The skinny one. The skinny one got me. I don't want to besmirch the Nike company, but the numbers kind of get me every now and again.
Got a few substitutions for the Horned Frogs here, with 1:51 seconds left in the second quarter, leading 9-4. Well, Chase Anderson's still in.
They're gonna run it around and try and pick
the
their
defense
spots.
by number 37.
Solid.
William
Tuttle.
Defense.
Tuttle was solid footwork on that.
Tuttle. Michael Montague on the defense over there, the GLE.
Yes. He intercepted that pass. See if we can draw a ground ball here.
Razorbacks regain possession.
Tuttle in with the ball. He's going to track through X.
.44 seconds left in the second quarter.
Cole Watson with possession. They're obviously setting up for a final shot here. See if they can end on a high note.
Good defense by the Horned Frogs.
Exactly. He played him with his feet, and he got him as he went by.
And that
good ground ball.
Time expires.
Ground ball by Sam Norris to finish the half.
Absolutely. What a first half, man. Bunch of action.
I think there were some shots that the Razorbacks would like to have back.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams are playing aggressive and getting after it.
Yeah, well, partner, both teams came into today saying that they'd have to get off to a quick start, and I think they both attempted that. The Razorbacks tried to steal a little momentum at the end of the second quarter, but TCU found that back of that cage more times than not. And so with that being said, the Horned Frogs are up 9-4 at halftime. We're going to take a bit of a break here at Game On Sports. We'll be right back to start your second half. And we're back here at the beautiful campus of Texas Christian University, where the Horned Frogs are up 9-4 over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Jim, what you think about that first half, man?
I thought it was pretty good lacrosse.
Sir.
There was some solid lacrosse going on, and it looked to an extent that the Razorbacks might have let it get away from them. They keep every time it did that, they draw it back in, and they're still hanging in. That level or a 5-goal lead is nothing in this game. It's that fast. And we are off. See if Dan Doyle does here.
Yep. Dan scoops it out back between his legs, and Trey Mahler getting it.
Got a yard sale here. We got a Razorback possession.
Boy, Dan Doyle was calling for that ball, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, they doubled the ball, and obviously that was going to result in a turnover, or at least an attempt, and it was quite successful for the Razorbacks.
Looks like we got a ball on the field.
Uh-oh. Hoagland with possession. Good stop.
Brody's been solid today.
He has. He took that mostly with his ankle, but that was a good stop. You think catchers are tools of ignorance? Try being a lacrosse goalie.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Nolan Shipley with the ball.
Loses his stick.
Yeah, we're going to have got a procedure call. Razorback possession. They're going to give him a free clear. They're going to make him back off, so it's pretty much walk it upfield. Shipley's going to bring that in up top. Threlkel's checking in. We'll see if he can sneak his way back down up on toes up on the crease.
Threlkel goes for the shot and wide left.
Razorbacks maintain possession.
That's good defense by number 18 to poke that out of there.
That was solid. Brody Cummings with the save.
Tell you, Brody's had some focus going, man. One off his ankles, and that one right into the net. He is having none of it.
It's tough to cover 6x6 in there. You can do it with quick, and you can do it with big. Frogs are going to get the matchups they want here.
That's an errant pass from Chase Anderson.
Christensen came out and snatched that away. You got to like that when a goalie plays defense.
That's a bad pass for the Razorbacks.
Harry Larson will bring it in.
Uh-oh. Another.
Montague on the ground ball there. Razorbacks maintain possession. We got a flag down.
Tuttle bringing it up.
That will obviously be assessed against the Horned Frogs right now.
Go pushing it back.
We got a push. Justin Cozy's going to draw that 1 minute.
Okay. 11 minutes and 13 seconds in the third quarter.
Razorbacks will be man up, so they will attempt to take advantage of that.
What a shot.
And they do.
Wow. From the GLE, number 21, Cole Turner.
Cole Turner. He got his spot on the lane, and he ripped it right at Brody Cummings' feet.
There's that momentum you were talking about.
Yep.
Trying to make that lead up. Get closer in this when the Horned Frogs are now lead is getting chipped away at. It's 9-5 with 11 minutes and 1 second in the third quarter. We're back down at the X.
Dan Doyle here, get it cuddled up. Spencer Ham with the rake.
Yep.
Hoagland picked it up. That was good work off the wing on the face-off.
Now, I tell you, the Hogs come right back and score again. That was less than 30 seconds from the last score.
They spun him around. Cole Watson worked that back in through X up top, found the lane. It's like anything else when you're having to play defense and look out of your ear hole. Mm-hmm. You're gonna lose track of people.
Baldwin also did a really good job there, setting up behind X, getting him turned around.
Exactly. Coach Purcell wants to absolve this momentum shift here and calls timeout.
But we talked about that, saying that, the Horned Frogs, they had their opportunities. Well, excuse me, the Razorbacks had their opportunities. It's just missed. They looked like they settled down. Talked about some things at halftime. They've gotten them taken care of because they've come out and scored two really quick scores. Got two really quick scores to start this second half.
They sure did, and they're using every bit of the goal. I mean, that last one was off the pipe, and it went in. So they're utilizing that. They're making good shot selections. They're creating lane openings, and they're looking for shifts in the defense, and obviously they did that.
Spencer Ham back at the Fogo.
Get Dan Doyle in here. I mean, obviously what you're doing as face-off guys, you're trying to maintain possession, which both these guys have done throughout the day, and then you want to utilize your wings when you can. And that's where that LSM comes into play. That long stick on the wing, all he's going to do is muck it up and look for a ground ball. So the Frogs will draw a push penalty here as soon as they do something. In this situation, you have the luxury of time. Andrew Miller with possession. He had leverage on his man.
Yeah, Miller. That's a great shot by Miller, but Max Christensen taking that one away.
And that's always tough. You make the stop, and you know you're gonna draw a man down.
Let's see. Is that number 2, Hoglund? Is this a 2-minute?
I didn't. It should just be a 1 minute for push. 30-second. I didn't see it. Horned Frogs have man up here. They're gonna run it around, spin it around a little bit.
Errant pass picked up by number 7 for the Razorbacks. Oh, he missed it.
That was great play by the Razorbacks. When you're jammed in like that, you just pass to a zone. Tyler Lesher came in and picked it up. That was good team defense.
Baldwin with the pass to number 21. Tate Thornley. Back down to Thornley. Looks like they're setting up through X. Kyle Smith with it. Comes up the alley. And a shot.
Oh, wow.
And a shot by number 23, Kyle Smith.
Yeah, he got his leverage. He turned his corner, and he went low to high, top shelf, and Brody Cummings couldn't catch up to it. And this freight train momentum is just rolling downhill for TCU.
Sure is.
They need to right the ship.
8 minutes and 32 seconds in the third quarter. Horned Frogs are up 9, Razorbacks 7. You know, Jim, you always say no lead is safe in lacrosse.
Oh, that is true. Got a withholding possession.
And there's that weather you were looking for.
There it is.
Should have put on a little suntan lotion today. Jeez.
Logan Reeder with possession. He's going to set the offensive up. They're going to get their personnel right and see what they can do here.
Back to number 1, back over to number 6. Good catch. Is that a crease violation?
Yeah, he snuck in too far, and I think he intended to unload it before that, and just let it get away from him. This is certainly momentum that the Horned Frogs could take advantage of. Nicholas Perino's checking in there. He had a possession on that last drive, got it up to the wing. He's always been active the last couple of games we've watched.
That ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Razorbacks possession.
That was a good hustle play. On that, it's not the guy that's closest to the inline when it goes out. It's the guy that's closest to the ball.
Okay.
And a lot of people lose track of that. You'll see guys diving at the inline from the opposite side. We're going to assess a penalty on possession change here.
Zach Carter attacking the alley.
Logan Reeder with possession, drawing the double.
They better watch Kyle Smith. He's sneaky good from that X.
Justin Cozy's going to.
Now with the penalty.
Yeah. The Razorbacks will be up.
Yep.
Man up.
And maintain possession. Shot. Now that's the one we've been talking about from Noah Threlkeld. He's had a few opportunities like that.
He sure has. He unloaded that on the perimeter after they got the defense unbalanced, and that's all they were looking to do is find that open spot, and he went in up top on Brody Cummings.
Well, Jimmy, we got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah.
6 minutes and 13 seconds in the third quarter. The Horned Frogs are seeing their lead dwindle to 1.
Dan Doyle in there working hard.
Spencer Hamlin
come in support. Hogland up top with possession. They're going to get the personnel right.
As you say, the right guys for the right job at the right time.
Exactly. And you have the luxury of that in lacrosse.
There it is again. There it is again. Grant Hogland comes down the slot and right on top of the head.
Exactly. He was looking, he had that lane, and he just took it across and dumped that in up top. And that's a one-on-one. Brody Cummings is going to, he's not going to win those every time. And we have us a new ball game. Nicholas Perino's checking in here on the wing. See if they can change the magic up. We have a Razorback push. Frogs maintain possession. We'll assess a penalty here for a
high stick
cross check.
Yeah.
Get another one.
It's like the Hogs will be down 2.
Yeah, they should be down 2. That's a tough one. You go in to check a kid, and you're in the throes of the game, and you think he's 6 foot and he's 5'8", and next thing you know, you're sitting having a drink.
Like it.
Perino has spring break to shake that one off.
Yeah, he will. He got roughed up, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that's Michael Montague and number 16, Spencer Ham. They'll get a bit of a break.
Frogs certainly have time for this to pick their shot. Andrew Miller will bring it in from the end line.
Chase Anderson, good pass to. Well,
that was staunch defense by the Razorbacks.
Absolutely. Tyler Leash.
Cole Watson with possession.
Oh, that's good defense by the Horned Frogs.
Exactly.
Well, we got some excitement here, partner in Fort Worth.
I don't know if Coach Jenkins was going to run down with him on possession change on that one, but he sure took off.
He sure did. He's running the length of the field. And we're all knotted up here with 4 minutes and 44 seconds in the third quarter. And I would say that there has been a momentum shift.
That is tough to overcome when you basically come out and you didn't dictate the first half, but you certainly accomplished what you set out to do, and then to turn it over in that shorter time in the third quarter certainly will test your soul.
Now let me ask you, partner, how does TCU get back in this? Because look, Trey Mahler was unstoppable in that second quarter.
They need to have extended possessions. They need to pick their shots, and they need to dictate what they're going to do offensively and stay in solid, playing D. The defense hadn't been giving up a whole lot. They've for the most part have just fell short on good shots and good plays, and you can't expect Brody Cummings to save everything. Now the Razorbacks are going to run around and have shenanigans and hopefully attempt to.
Trey Mahler with the defense.
That is going to go TCU's way.
That's good defense by Trey Mahler.
Cosby Gassaway got a little crossways and gave that up and drew the double, and that's going to happen.
Oh, they made that look real easy, didn't they?
That was handy. Hayden Lundy on that with the backside roller.
A bit of a pirouette move.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, he cleared in the middle, picked up the pass, and screened the goalie with his own back and just dropped it in there. That was quite handy.
Didn't take the Horned Frogs long. 4 minutes and 15 seconds in the third quarter, and the Horned Frogs are up now by a point. Score is 10-9.
This may turn into the last man that scores.
I like it. Woo-wee. That big a whacking with that stick, boy.
Tate Thornley with the pickup on that. He still maintains possession.
Shane Gupta with the defense.
Boy, the Razorback faithful they're back engaged in this thing now. Shot on goal. He shot about 8 feet out on the crease, bounced over the cage.
Kyle Smith brings it in for the Razorbacks.
You could certainly see what he was trying to do.
Uh-oh, that's a bad pass. Possession.
Horned Frogs with possession. Trey Mahler with the ball. I think they're going to try and mix it up, get a little shot selection going. Now, here's one thing that you don't see a lot of or you're not privy to, and that's Max Christensen is really communicating, quarterbacking that defense.
There's a 101. Oh, my. Missed that 101 a little high, didn't he?
He sure did. He got a foot ahead of himself and went over the top.
Andrew Miller a little excited on that one. Good save by Max Christensen.
Yeah, that's a good stop. But he's doing a great job about quarterbacking that defense, getting those guys set up the way he wants them. Got shot across the goal face. Chase Anderson will bring it in from the end line. Fogarty with possession, goes back, errant pass. Frogs will corral that in.
Now Arkansas isn't pressuring them like they were before, kind of falling back a little bit on defense. What a shot. That's going to roll to another neighborhood.
Mala with possession.
Oh, what
wow.
a shot.
Andrew Miller, they set that up where he had it at the top with the lane open, and all he had to do was dodge his man.
Yeah, Andy Miller shot the one before that where he had a one-on-one and just went high on him. He just told himself, man, hey, I missed that one. I got to make up for it.
Yeah. Frogs kind of ran it around a little bit, got the Razorback defense kind of chasing their tails a little bit, got misbalanced, and Jack Baldwin's in there kind of sizing up his opponent. We're still scrumming for it. Baldwin ends up with the ground ball.
That's a good defense by the Horned Frogs.
Ball's loose.
Baldwin had it. Back over to Chase Anderson.
Chase Anderson possession.
Anderson had it poked out. Yeah.
Andrew Miller picked up that ground ball. That was handy. Good timely position play. They're getting a little sloppy here.
Ball's out of bounds. Razorbacks regain possession.
Cole Turner with possession.
Everybody's hollering 1 minute left in the third quarter. Back up top to number 36. Oh, that's it right there. Brody's good, on the stop with 43 seconds left. Horned Frogs working their way up the alley. Good recovery by Montague. Jack Baldwin with it. Being chased from behind.
$17 left on the clock.
Ethan Hall with 8 seconds. There's no way Brody's going to let that.
I've seen him roll in.
No, man.
I've seen him roll in. I've seen the shot from behind the cage that goes in. Anything is capable of happening in this game.
On that last sequence, I can tell you, Brody Cummins definitely earned his dinner tonight. Getting some quality stops, but the Horned Frogs are back up going into the fourth quarter.
That 2-goal lead could evaporate very quickly. I mean, it's just who wants to win it now. I mean, I wouldn't even look at the 2-goal lead. I'd look at it as a tie game and see what we come out with for 15 minutes. And the Razorbacks are certainly revitalized after
absolutely.
That
I mean, Jim, the ebb and flows of this game, boy, is like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
From the first quarter to the beginning of fourth, it's been a lot. I mean, up until this point, it looked like TCU kind of had it in cruise the first couple quarters, and the Razorbacks have come roaring back.
Well, both these teams know what's in line for them, and nobody wants to draw that 4 seed and heading into the playoffs because you're on the road. You're having to play a higher seeded team. It's tough, and you don't want to draw that if you can avoid it. And both these teams are kind of sitting there at 3 and 4 in the conference, and looking to hopscotch one another or create some distance, and avoid any kind of mishap for the playoffs. That you obviously want to set the table as well as you can for yourself.
Absolutely. Now, Jim, they've been making a lot of substitutions over here at the wing. We've seen a couple of different combos on this side.
Yeah, I think it's just fresh legs and trying to figure out who's going to get in there and grub and win ground balls.
Like we're knotted up here. Uh-oh. Hoagland gets it.
They kind of had their eyes on
Got
a quick
him.
goal.
Way to go. Good pass, man. Cole Watson just hanging out in the crease.
Exactly.
And he gets him one. That didn't take long. About 18 seconds ran off of the clock.
No, they were looking for a quick strike, and Cole Watson's a name we haven't called, although he's sitting there at a lot of activity for the year. A ton of goals, a ton of assists. So he's back there shaking it up, and we haven't really called his name. And maybe he sneaks in here in the fourth quarter and pulls this thing out.
Back down at X.
But you certainly hate to see, it wasn't that the defense fell apart on that. It's just they had a plan to strike quickly, and that looks like what they're trying to do here.
Spencer Ham just couldn't get it.
Yeah, that was a good ground ball pickup. By Zach
right off of the head.
Frogs maintain possession.
Gupta is showing some love with that stick over there at the stripe.
Waldron got caught in the corner and was getting doubled and tripled, and they knew they were going to pressure him. Back through X, it looked like a...
Now look at Threlkel hanging out right here
Yeah.
down by the crease. He's just getting in position. Every time they go back down through X, Kyle Smith has it.
Here comes the runner. They're trying to spin the defense around, and then run in back behind them as quick as they can, and open. They're trying to penetrate in those lanes.
They got him. Got numbers. They got numbers. Cole Watson with a bit of a celebration there. I like it. Like he's doing a belly dance.
Yeah,
he
was streaking in on that wing, and there's not a whole lot you can do when you get behind the defense like that.
Well, this is a good game. We're knotted up at 11 with 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Like you said, it's going to come down to who has it last. Another substitution out here on the wing.
Yep. Well, they certainly know where the bread's buttered at, and they're trying to take advantage.
Spencer Ham is. I tell you, Spencer Ham's been winning a lot of these faceoffs.
Okay, they're going to have Brody Cummings walk it up. That's a long clear.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what a
my
shot.
Goodness.
What a shot.
Zach Zaripolo on that.
And he definitely ripped that one through the cage, didn't he?
He did. Those deep hole shots they are hard to shooting a goal with a deep hole is kind of like chopsticks. Not everybody can do it, but when you can, it's effective.
I like that. I'm still in that one. Where's my pen?
And he ripped that thing. He wasn't even supposed to be down there, I don't think.
Well, first you have the long pass across the field.
Yeah. Well, and Brody's back there quarterback in that clear, and he saw what he saw a man open. May not have been what he was looking for, but he certainly took advantage of it.
Dan Doyle scooped between the legs, but still picked up by the Razorbacks.
I mean, I'd have to look, but I think that may be Zach Zaripolo's first goal on the season.
If you're going to get your first one, that's the way to do it.
I tell you, that was timely.
Spencer Ham on the move through X. Oh! I thought that went through. It didn't.
No.
Good save by Brody.
No, Brody Cummings. And he needs to account for that guy hanging back out there in X, that attackman. He's looking for a clean clear again. Another long clear.
Uh-oh. That was almost disastrous.
Yeah,
both of those.
Chase Anderson almost got tangled up there a little bit. You hate to lose that, especially when it's your own guy. He's going to set it back up here in the wing. They're going to go back up top. They're going to settle this thing down a little bit, start selecting their shots a little bit more.
You're exactly right. They're definitely being a lot more patient on offense than they've been the last couple of trips down.
Well, if you have the ball, they don't have it. And that's kind of at this point when it's going to be back and forth like that. Trey Mahler was looking for leverage on that defender.
Doherty had a bit of it.
He did. He unloaded. It was kind of a change up, but Frogs still maintained possession. Slow roller ground ball picked up by Matt.
Oh, Jack Baldwin waves the defender goodbye as he passes him. Oh, man. Cole Watson loses it.
Yeah. Now, there's a story to tell on that one, on that little wave by.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
So, ESPN covers not a stitch of lacrosse during basketball season.
Okay.
And some cat pulled one of these moves where he juked this guy out of his underwear and then waves at him on the way by. And that was the only thing, as far as Sports Center said about lacrosse for a month. So now every kid in college is looking to emulate that.
Well, partner, let's get on ESPN with this then.
We should out them
We should.
for not covering lacrosse.
I think that was a bit of an outing right there. You just did it.
I just did that.
Oh, dive.
And that is
Oh my.
and that is another rule change that came into effect last year. Previous to that, he couldn't have dove into the crease, but he went
airborne on that.
He was
one.
certainly covered by a man and had a push, so he had leverage on him. That was a good goal, though. That was well fought and well defended, but you can't do much about it.
And the Horned Frogs are back up by 2 in the fourth quarter with the score 13-11, 9 minutes and 10 seconds in the fourth.
Nicholas Perino checking in over here on our side.
Perino's been a guy that's been really active. He's going to need a cold bath after this one.
Tyler Lesh came in. That was probably the first face-off that they've given to anybody other than.
Oh, what a shot.
Shot
Hoagland.
wide.
Like you said, Hoagland had the leverage on that, just went wide left.
Yeah. Hogs maintain possession here.
There they are again. Right in position. Number 1, Tate Thornley.
Yeah.
And that's the spot. That's what you see, those Razorbacks just hanging out around the crease waiting on the pass, and as soon as they get it, they fire.
He just came up, picked that up off his shoes, and dumped it in.
Tate Thornley letting everybody know he's here. A little bit of a yell on that one.
15th goal on the season.
Way to go, Tate.
And he's from Allen, so they heard him up in Allen.
Yeah, they did.
That's what he's doing. Trent Overton getting a little feisty.
Got Dan Doyle down here. He took a shot to the midsection. Good to see him back up.
Yeah. That was really more his momentum going in.
Mm-hmm. You got a lot of bang-bang plays I see in lacrosse, and Overton, again, wasn't trying to be malicious on that, but, just two guys.
I don't know. I saw him settle in on the wing. He kind of gave him the business when he took his real estate. So
Jim,
that was a carryover.
Jim, that was a bit of a benefit of the doubt being served up there.
The Razorbacks are definitely not backing down.
Nope. Woo-hoo.
Cole Watson went low to high on that. He was looking for that top shelf, and that land down in Benbrook.
I'm telling you, he fired that thing, didn't he? That's a good save by Brody Cummings.
Brody Cummings caught that off the stick, and when you're back there, you just anything you can get on it to not let it go in.
8 minutes left in the fourth. Razorbacks are looking to score. There they are, and they get it, and that's Grant Hoagland.
Yeah, Hoagland went hip side on Brody. He couldn't get it to it. He's got to swing his stick all the way around and move his body. That's a tough shot to save. So they had the defense mismatched or not mismatched, but off balance.
And we're knotted up again.
We are. Neither one. We could go all night if they had lights up. We could go all night. I think they'd just keep trading it out.
I tell you what, Spencer Ham's been pretty good at the Fogo.
Yeah, he got a little reprieve on that last face-off. They pulled him, but they've certainly been very successful all day. They're getting more than their 50%. I'll say that much.
Jack Baldwin, he tries to rip one, but
yeah, he went low to high, and Brody Cummings watched that all the way off the stick
and said, "No, sir."
Save.
7 minutes left in the fourth.
We're knotted up here.
Now they better watch Trey Mall in his sweet spot over here. Lundy works it back over to Trey Mahler.
Mahler back up top. He's going to use his momentum. Perino back out with a screen.
Oh, Perino. That was good work by Nick Perino.
That was nothing but pure hustle play.
Yeah,
because that was not designed. That went off the top of a stick, and it was a loose ground ball. He was heading into the lane, picked it up. That was handy.
Yeah, Perino doing a lot of dirty work. You saw him set up a screen and run back across the zone, and next thing you know, the ball's right there for him, and he scores.
Well, and you love to see that when a kid gets an opportunity and takes advantage of it. When he's really out here just gutting it out, rooting for ground balls and trying to win the little game.
Yeah.
And he gets an opportunity and takes advantage of it. You always love to see that.
Spencer Ham again. What do we got? White ball.
We have TCU on the. There was a push or procedure. Spencer Ham tried the ding-a-ling check to go in the back door off him as he went by. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
That time it did not work.
No, it didn't work that time.
Spencer got left on the ground there.
Now the Arkansas is doing a better job about paying attention to the backside on defense. So
yeah.
They're communicating. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
And I just basically, you see them right now, they're walling them off on the backside over here.
Yeah.
It's possession Razorbacks.
He got a little close to the line and took a check, stepped out, and it goes away that quick. Got Hoagland on the streak there.
Reeder down the alley with a bouncer.
That was a good stop. Didn't really have the shot he wanted, but he took it anyway. And any shot's a good shot if you're on the pipes.
Now we got 5 minutes and 15 seconds in the fourth quarter. Zach Carter is up top, setting up the offense. Back over to number 28, Trent Overton. Reeder back down through X, making a move. Ball comes out.
Yeah, he was looking to. He was.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah, the Razorbacks were restraining a stick. He stepped on it. That'll happen when the ball's, in a scrum like that. You get hands and feet going everywhere, and you'll step on the stick.
Wow, I've seen that happen a lot. You could have called that a few times already. Good
Brody
pass.
Cummings looking for. Oh boy.
Boom! What a shot! No, that thing fired off the cage, didn't it? That's Lundy.
That was played wonderfully. Brody Cummings quarterbacking it up on the clear and found his guy running down the middle, dumped it off, and resulted in a very quick goal.
Four minutes and 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Horned Frogs are up 2 points, 15-13 over the Razorbacks. Two-point lead has meant nothing in this matchup.
No. 4 or 5's not safe. Nice footwork. Brody Cummings on the footwork.
Will he go coast to coast?
He's great about finding space, getting himself open where he can make a play. And the Horned Frogs turn over on they turn over on possession. They have I think 15 seconds to get into the restraining area, and they didn't hit that line, and you turn it over.
Nolan Shipley. No, he passes off to Kyle Smith, number 23, working back down through X. Loses it.
Simonton was trying to penetrate on that and was looking for his pass, and good Horned Frog defense turned that over.
Three minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Horned Frogs are up by 2.
I think at this point the clock is your friend.
Oh, absolutely.
Nicholas Perino, he had it and kind of faked himself out. Frogs are pressuring the ball and spreading out the defense. And Razorbacks can't seem to get the clear off.
They finally get it across.
Yeah, Jack Martin went for the steal on that, and they snuck it in there. Really no disadvantage. Jack Baldwin had 3 shots. He didn't like anything.
He did he?
Didn't like any one of them.
Got a timeout called.
I believe
the Razorbacks. Got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this partner.
Yeah, I got Jack Baldwin's down. I don't know what the deal is there. He's holding his knee.
He looked like he had pretty good leverage on 2 of those shots he didn't take.
Yeah, he had 3 of them. He didn't like any of them. So, you know, they're obviously being more selective than they have been, and they're looking for goals and not shots. And at some point, TCU is going to have to just maintain an extended possession and just try and kill the clock off as much as they can. But they can't do that. You know, if they're playing defense, they got to play tight and keep those guys out of lanes. Watch the close perimeter shots that they've been giving up late.
Yeah.
They got Cole Watson checked in. Obviously, they're gonna try and take advantage of that sniper shot and something in close and get a quick goal. Horned Frogs are doubling the ball.
Mm-hmm. They're converging on everything. It's not going to be easy.
They are. Tommy Riddell's back there with stick checks through X, maintaining that.
Right off of the stick of Hoagland.
Exactly. They forced the turnover.
Oh, right off the head of 40. Possession regained by number 28.
Trent Overton with possession off that ground ball.
I tell you what, man, this Horned Frog defense has stiffened up, hasn't it?
They had, and it's probably something they talked about at halftime. Is what they have to do, and it didn't prove fruitful in the third period, but it certainly is now. It's handy now. Brody Cummings with a ground ball outside the crease.
Got a minute and 19 seconds left in the fourth.
I would look at the Horned Frogs getting this thing down into the offensive zone and then just kind of running it around. There's a yard sale. Got a stick check. Frogs retain possession off the loose ball hold.
I don't think the Razorbacks agree. We got a call before the hold. Okay, possession Razorbacks. What was that?
I didn't see what the far side call was.
We got one guy making a call on this side and another one on the other side. I guess he was the more senior.
He's smaller than this guy, so I didn't see it.
I
didn't see the call over.
Definitely
the
that,
field,
boy, because I tell you, number 68, the guy in stripes is pretty buffed over here.
Shot
Kyle
wide.
Smith. I tell you, that Smith is sneaky good, man. Razorbacks maintain possession.
Razorbacks are running the bigger bodies in here late.
Kyle Smith making a move up the alley. Brody's having none of it.
No, that was off his cage. That was off his grill. That was a good save.
31 seconds. 27. Well, they're going to let play continue. We got a yellow call. I don't know what that means.
Razorbacks are going to have to pressure the ball. They're going to need almost 3 on the ball. force a turnover. Horned Frogs have no reason to do anything. They're running
they're stalling them out right
seconds.
here. 3, 2, 1.
And we got stoppage of play with 1 second left.
Somebody said, "What?" I said, "What are you doing?"
He had not made his daily allocation of calls.
Did someone just call a timeout with 1 second left? Yes, I believe we have.
Is that? It's a timeout. I don't know if. Oh my gosh.
No.
We have an official stoppage of play. Nobody called a timeout. Frogs have possession. They should have possession out on the wing.
Well, partner, I tell you what, we got our money's worth today, didn't we?
We did.
What a game by both of these
they're
teams.
Just running it out.
Absolutely. And so with the end of regulation, the TCU Horned Frogs go and greet their goalies. That Brody Commons, man, did a wonderful job today. And also number 3, Max Christensen. A game of back and forward for both of these teams, but the Horned Frogs do prevail.
Both goalies had solid games on the day. Defenses played well. I mean, Razorbacks fought back through momentum changes and made this thing a game in the second half. And TCU, you're hardened by the heat, and hopefully this plays out for both these teams as
Absolutely.
they progress on and into the playoffs and see what they get. They may meet up again later on.
And as
know.
they should, and if they do, I tell you, it's going to be a great competition. I tell you, the Razorbacks, they did not give up. Boy, they came back roaring in that third quarter. They made up that 5-point lead after halftime, and they didn't look back after that. And it literally was just who had the ball last, because the Razorbacks were in attack mode all the way through. But the Horns defense was able to kind of, get solid there in the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter and stop them. But I tell you what, for Jim Dixon, I'm Heckman Harrison with Game On Sports. We thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us. I'm learning something about lacrosse every day from this guy Jim over here. I'm going to be an old master sitting at the tutelage I'm getting over here.
Maybe just old.
Just old.
I don't know about master.
I'm going to be an old master after I'm done with you, man. But thanks so much for tuning in to Game On Sports. We'll see you next time.
All right, bye.